121st Climate Forum, and we're so happy na nandito pa rin po tayo. Monthly, we're doing this, and belated Happy Valentine's. So dahil po sa Araw ng Mga Puso, I'm sure tayo po ay nag-enjoy nung holiday at EDSA Revolution po kahapon. And we're back to work. And at this point, we would like to call on our very dynamic Deputy Administrator for Operations and Services. Let's all welcome Dr. Landrico Udalida Jr. for his welcome remarks.
Thank you, Joribel. Maayong aga. Maray na aga sa Indogabos. Good morning. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Nagagala kami at nandito po tayo sa 121st Climate Forum. At of course, pinapasalamatan pa rin po natin lahat ng ating mga dumalo kahit na mayroon tayong tawag doon? Hindi na coronavirus eh, COVID-19, ano? Yung mga, although ang sa ating kasi ang temperature natin mainit, kaya yung virus daw yun, di ano sa atin eh, namamatay ka agad, no? Kaya pasalamat tayo sa temperate, nasa tropical climate tayo. At anyway, ngayon din po ay Ash Wednesday. So ang sabi nila sa hindi na sa bunbunan na. Kaya ayoko eh, maludumihan yung ano ko. Sorry sa mga kaya tatawa si Chris eh. Chris, wag kang ganyan ha. Maraming tinamaan. Sorry. At of course, gusto kong batiin ang ating kapuso, si Mang Tani. Birthday niya po. At nung Sabado, happy birthday. At mamaya po ay wala lang. I-announce ko sana eh. Meron tayong sponsor eh, no? Nandiyan na yung Greenwich, ano? Maraming salamat. At si Tani ay hindi po siya media dito pag dumaten. Kasi bawal po ang media rito eh. Hindi po naman bawal. Kundi ano po ito sa ating mga talagang mga national agencies, local, na mga kailangan po ng aming weather outlook. At si Mang Tani ay NGO na pagdating dito sa amin. No? Non-government organization. Pero mamaya pwede pa rin. Anyway, in behalf of our administrator, Dr. Vicente Malano, sabi ko nga, salamat po ulit sa pagpunta nyo rito at mga pamilya na po, ang mga faces na mga nandirito. Halos magkakaibigan na tayo no? Sa ating laging pag-meet dito monthly, ay halos kayo na rin po ay aming mga kasangga. At of course, kayo rin po ang aming kasama sa mga pagbibigay ng mga eksplanasyon tungkol po sa ating nangyayari sa weather. Sabi nga nila, sa dami po ng nangyayari sa atin dito, hindi na po natin ma-explain. At kung kami rin po, kung hindi na rin po namin ma-explain, sasabihin na lang namin, climate change po yan. No, sa hirap na ng mga nangyayari ngayon na nandirito naman pala, no? Dahil nga sa dami ng ating mga nangyayari sa mundo, no? Ang daming mga hindi lang hazard, virus pa, no? Nandito ang mga aming mga think tank at of course, mamaya ay bibigyan kayo namin ng ano ba nangyayari ngayon sa weather, no? May bagyo ba? Itong sa aming mga dam and river, marami pa ba tayong tubig na nakaimbak para sa ating mga kailangan pang araw-araw? At of course, ang ating weather climate condition for the next month and for the next from March to August. And then meron din po tayong special lecture regarding ENSO. Ano na ba tayo? La Nina, El Nino or neutral condition. At mamaya ay open forum. At of course, gusto ko rin pasalamatan ang lagi pong nagbibigay sa atin, no, ng ating weather outlook. Of course, pinangungunahan ng ating chief ng climatology and agrometeorology branch, si Mrs. Edna Wanillo, ang ating pong chief ng CAD, at of course, ang kanyang mga matitinding mga alalay. Hindi alalay, no? Mga specialist to eh. na of course walang sawa sa pagbibigay sa atin ng mangyayari for the next 3 to 6 months. Again, sabi ko nga, ito ay isa sa mga time na kung saan kailangan po natin ng impormasyon na maganda at nasa sa inyo rin po, no? Mamaya magtanong po tayo, ano po ba ang mangyayari sa atin for the next 3 to 6 months at lumalamig ba, umiinit ang panahon, Chris, no? Medyo hanggang ngayon, hirap maligo sa umaga, lamig eh. No? Mag-iinit ka ng tubig talaga pag wala kang hot ano eh, no? And of course, ang ating mga kasamahan sa Pag-asa, nandyan po ang training division, classmate, no? Sila Lawrence, sila Charmy, at ang of course ang WD, Weather Division, at ang of course ang Climatology and Agromet branch. So with that, in behalf again of Pag-asa, welcome po dito sa 121st Climate Forum. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat.
Thank you po, Sir Jun. Salamat din po sa pag-acknowledge ng ating mga colleagues. And now naman po, i-acknowledge natin ang ating mga suki, ang ating mga stakeholders na every month po nandito and we're very happy. So, kindly raise your hand po or you can stand up para po mabigyan natin ng masigabong palakpakan. Of course, from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Thank you very much po for coming. Ang liwanag pa rin ng buhay, Meralco. Maraming salamat po. Ang tagabigay ng tubig, MWSS. Ito po, nagbibigay ng pagkalinga, Care Philippines. Of course, from ang ating kapitbahay, nasa Pasig DRRMO, maraming salamat po sa pagpunta. And ang ating partner, ever dearest partner natin from WFP, World Food Program, maraming salamat po. From North Luzon, Renewable Energy Company, from Ilocos Norte all the way. Meron po ba tayong chicha corn? Salamat po. Ang atin pong mga partners sa Philippine Air Force, maraming salamat mga sir. From DA, ang ating kapitbahay, Department of Agriculture, salamat. From Aboitiz, maraming salamat po. Ito, kapitbahay din natin, from NPC. Thank you very much. Ito po, napaka-sweet po nila, laging nandito. Philippine Sugar Millers Association. Yes, sir. Happy Valentine's, sir. And also from FAO, ang atin din pong partner. Thank you very much. Siyempre, kung may Pasig, meron din pong QC, DRRMO. Maraming salamat po. And from Red Cross, thank you very much po. From Philippine Information Agency, maraming salamat po. Ito po, hindi po siya kahapon, kundi para bukas. Para bukas po. Yes. Ma'am, ano po yung para bukas? Okay. I thank you for coming po. So, ngayon po siya nandito para bukas, hindi po para ngayon, pero para bukas, no? Okay, maraming salamat po. From Ormin Power. Yes. Sir, saan po yung Ormin? Okay, sir. So, maraming salamat po sa pagdating. And of course, ang nag-birthday po nung Sabado, si Mang Tani po, ang atin ng kapusong totoo at kapamilya rin po natin. Maraming salamat, Mang Tani. Sabi niya po, yung mga may time mamaya, pwede pong mag-Starbucks. Bahala na lang daw po kayo pagdating nyo. At kung saan ang branch po yon. Anyway, so ang atin pong mga colleagues na in-acknowledge po kanina, of course po, ang ating Deputy Administrator, si Doc Jun Dalida. And of course po, ang ating ever dependable po na ating chief po ng climatology, ma'am, kamay-kaway po. Si Ma'am Edna Wanillo. Nandyan din po si Ma'am Charmy ng RDTD. Si Ma'am Edna rin po, Shatson. Ang atin pong mga ibang colleagues from operations and research and development at ang ating admin. Of course, ang engineering po natin. By the way, live po tayo sa Facebook. So you can log in po and share. And at this point po, maraming salamat po. Kung meron po tayong nakalimutan, mamaya na po. I'm sure na excited po tayong lahat. Aside from sa Greenwich, excited din po tayo sa weather update. So tawagin na po natin ang sinabi ko na nga po last month. Siyempre, hindi pa rin po nagbabago. ang one of the best na forecaster ng Pag-asa. Ito po, ang nagagwapuhan. Mamaya po kasi puro gwapo, susundan po si Sir Jun eh. So si Mr. Chris Perez po. Palakpakan po natin.
Magandang umaga po sa kanilang lahat. Mamaya ka. Okay, so medyo may kainitan na po yung araw natin, no? Dahil humina ng bahagya yung amihan. At ayaw. Ba't ayaw? Ayan. So ito po yung latest satellite imagery as of 8:30 ng umaga. Visible satellite imagery. Mapapansin natin yung mga kaulapan po nagmumula dito sa Karagatang Pasipiko, sa silangang bahagi. Ang prevailing wind system po natin ngayon ay yung easterlies. So dala po ng easterlies yung mainit at medyo mataas na moisture content na hangin. Kung kaya't mapapansin po natin, minsan parang malinsangan na yung pakiramdam natin. At so far, malinis naman po. Aside from these clouds, ay wala naman tayo nakikita na any possible weather disturbance ngayong araw or maging sa susunod na araw. So, bagyo-free po tayo. At dito po sa Metro Manila, inaasahan natin around 32 degrees ang maximum today. Pansin natin generally fair weather po sa nakararaming bahagi po ng Luzon as well as sa Visayas at Mindanao. Pero yung mga lalawigan po sa eastern section, ito yung medyo mataas ang probability makaranas ng thunderstorm dahil sila po yung exposed sa mga easterlies na tinatawag natin. And in terms of sa mga lagay ng pag-alon ng mga karagatan sa paligid natin, as of 5 a.m. ngayong umaga po, meron tayong nakataas na gale warning. Dito po sa eastern seaboard ng Southern Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao, itong bahagi ng karagatan, inaasahan po natin na magiging napaka-alon. Subalit, posible po na mamayang hapon dahil nga hindi na ganun ka-dominant yung amihan, posible po mamayang hapon ay mabawasan na yung area sa may gale warning o yung mga bahagi ng karagatan. Sa nakararaming sa rest of the country po, generally magiging katamtaman hanggang sa pag-alon yung mga karagatan natin. And 3-day weather outlook, gaya na banggit natin kanina, generally fair weather, walang bagyo, Metro Manila, at maging dito sa Baguio City, bagyang bababa yung minimum pagdating ng Sabado, dahil actually sa bukas po or Biyernes, may inaasahan tayong pagbugso ng amihan, but over the northern Luzon area lamang po. Hindi pa ito ganong mararamdaman sa Metro Manila. And Legazpi, fair weather, generally some isolated thunderstorm. Makikita po natin, possible po hapon o gabi. And with Cebu, increasing yung maximum temperature, mainit dahil itong Visayas at Mindanao naman po ay hindi ganong apektado ng amihan during the past few days as well as over dito sa may bandang Davao. So all in all, for the next 3 days, generally fair weather po tayo on most parts of the country. Kung mag-ulan man po, isolated thunderstorm lamang. At wala tayong nakikita na large-scale weather system na posibleng magdulot ng malawakan o maraming pagulan sa ating bansa. But then, patuloy din po magmumonitor ng Pag-asa regarding sa mga nangyayari sa kapaligiran ng ating bansa, weather or climate related. Ilamang po at magandang umaga.
Thank you, Chris. So, good news po, fair weather ang ating inaasahan for the next week. At ngayon naman po, meron na pong sa mga dam level. So, ito po, para bigyang linaw po at i-update po tayo. Of course, classmate ko po ito, one of the best hydrologists na na-miss nyo po from Pag-asa, from HMD, si Mr. Richard Orendain.
Magandang umaga po ulit sa inyong lahat. Gumagalaw ba ito? Gumagalaw mo naman. I-identify muna natin kung nasaan yung mga dams natin, yung mga bago lang. Yung mga bagong dating na hindi pa alam kung nasaan yung mga location. Okay. Yung Ambuklaw, Binga, and San Roque, nasa from Itugon, Benguet. So kung makikita natin, Itugon, Benguet down to Pangasinan. Yan po yung Ambuklaw, Binga, and San Roque Dam. And then yung Magat Dam is nasa Ramon Isabela. Pantabangan Dam is dito po sa Nueva Ecija. Cascading Dam naman, from Angat down to Bustos Dam, dito po yan sa Bulacan. And then yung Caliraya Dam sa Laguna. La Mesa Dam, dito po sa Quezon City. Okay. Ito po yung update natin kaninang alas 6 ng umaga. Yung Angat Dam sa ngayon is 202.41. Bahagya po siyang tumaas ng 18 cm dahil nga po may konting mga pagulan within the watershed ng Angat Dam. Ipo Dam, hindi po nagbago ang elevation, 100.06 meters. La Mesa is 77.48 meters. Ang Buklaw, Binga, and San Roque, yung ang Buklaw is 748.04. Tumaas po ang Ambuklaw Dam, Binga Dam is 572.7. 42 cm po ang binaba niya. San Roque Dam is 258.39, 23 meters po ang binaba niya. Pantabangan is 198.92, 38 cm po yung binaba. And then Magat Dam is 173.52, 38 cm din po ang binaba. Samantala yung Caliraya is 287.19 meters sa ngayon, and then bumaba po siya ng 19 cm. So, umpisa natin dito sa Angat. Yung current elevation ng Angat Dam sa ngayon, kung makikita natin sa hydrograph, nandito na po siya, which is 202.41. Compare natin yung last year elevation. Kung titingnan natin, mas mataas pa siya. Mas mababa siya doon sa last year na elevation. Okay? And then, based doon sa rule curve, ang rule curve natin ngayon is 198.15. Na sana, dahil mas mataas nga ang elevation ng Angat Dam sa rule curve, dapat sana normal yung operation ng Angat Dam. Normal yung supply ng irrigation, normal yung power generation, and then normal din yung supply sa domestic use. But, ang problema natin dito is, dahil nga mababa na siya, na nag-start tayo ng January, ang maximum elevation lang is umabot ng 204.7 meters. Pinaka-peak niya is noong January 12. And deficit po tayo ng almost 8 meters. So ang ginawa ng National Water Resources Board, binawasan yung allocation for domestic use from 46, ginawang 44, sa ngayon is 42. And inaasahan pa rin natin na bababa pa rin yung allocation in the coming months. Plus yung supply ng irrigation, normally ang supply ng irrigation is 36 cubic meter per second. Sa ngayon po, ang nare-receive ng irrigation is 20 cubic meter per second. So napakababa po. And by next month, ganun pa rin, pero pagdating ng May, babawasan yung irrigation. Magiging 15 cubic meter per second based doon sa data na nakalap namin from National Water Resources Board. For San Roque Dam, elevation ngayon is 58.39 meters. Ang rule curve niya is 252.88 meters. So, mas mababa na, mas mataas pa rin yung San Roque Dam elevation kaysa sa rule curve. Rule curve niya is 252.88 meters. Normal yung operation sa ngayon ng San Roque Dam. And for Pantabangan Dam, 198.92, ang rule curve niya is 209.98. So, bawas po yung supply para sa irrigation plus yung power generation ng Pantabangan is nabawasan na rin. For Magat Dam, halos parehas lang ang elevation last year, halos parehas yung trend pala. Pero mas mababa siya sa ngayon, which is 173.52. Ang rule curve niya is 183.7. Sa ngayon po kasi, ngayong month na to, ito po yung pagsusupply nila ng tubig para sa irrigation. Kaya po, mas mataas yung ibinababa ng Magat Dam and wala pong mga pagulan within the watershed ng Magat Dam. For La Mesa Dam, kung makikita natin last year, ito po yung hydrograph ng La Mesa Dam from March 9 yata nag-umpisa, sir, ano? March 9 hanggang July. July or August? July, sir, ano? July. From March to July, wala pong tubig ang La Mesa Dam. Ngayon lang, from July, August, saka lang po siya naka-recover. Yung kalakasan po ng southwest monsoon. Magtatanong po kayo, bakit walang tubig? Last year, halos wala pong tubig. Isa lang po ang pinagkukunan ng dalawang water concessionaire natin, which is yung Angat Dam. Doon lang po nagdidepende yung supply natin ng tubig dahil po walang laman ang La Mesa Dam. Elevation ngayon ng La Mesa Dam is 77.48. Marami pa rin tubig yan, pero normally dapat nasa 78.5 to 79 ang elevation ng La Mesa Dam. Assessment level natin, end of March. For Angat Dam, ito po yung forecast rainfall natin is 49.1. Yung 49.1, i-divide natin ng 31 days. So almost 1.2, 1.3 millimeters per day. So bali wala po yung forecast rainfall. Almost zero. Dahil po pag umulan ng 1.5 or 2 millimeters per day, halos wala pong magiging surface inflow yan dahil sa napaka-init sa ngayon. Dam allocation niya ngayong March is 62. 42 for domestic use and then 20 doon sa irrigation. Expected elevation niya magiging 193.25. So bababa po siya from 202 to 193.25. Estimated basin rainfall. Para umabot po siya doon sa current elevation natin sa ngayon na 202, kailangan pa rin ng 402.64 millimeters of rainfall. Isang bagsakan po yan. Pero kung 31 days ang pag-uusapan natin, kailangan pa rin ng at least 650 millimeters of rainfall. For San Roque Dam, forecast rainfall natin is 53.8 millimeters. Estimated dam allocation is 78 cubic meter per second. Expected elevation natin end of March is 237.87 meters. And kailangan pa rin ng at least 928 millimeters of rainfall para bumalik po siya sa normal elevation na 180 meters. Yes, 280 meters. For Pantabangan Dam, 58.1 millimeters yung forecast rainfall. Estimated dam allocation is 67 cubic meter per second. End of March, 195.02 meters ang elevation niya. And kailangan niya ng 1,973 millimeters of rainfall para po umabot siya sa 221 meters elevation. For Magat Dam is 67.9 millimeters yung forecast rainfall niya. Expected elevation end of March is 156.62 meters. And kailangan niya ng at least 174.18 millimeters of rainfall. For April, Angat Dam, forecast rainfall is 3.5. So halos walang-wala na talagang ulan within the watershed ng Angat Dam. Dam allocation niya is 62. Expected reservoir water level, 182.71, end of April. Kung mapapansin natin, mas mataas pa rin siya sa rule curve. Kung titingnan natin. paki-disregard po to. Mali rin po itong rule curve na to. Hindi na bago. Pero mas mataas pa rin po siya sa rule curve. Okay. For Pantabangan Dam, 52 millimeters po yung forecast rainfall niya. Maging elevation niya by end of April is 190.95. And Magat Dam is 52.9. Ang forecast rainfall niya, and then 156.41 ang magiging elevation niya by April. Nawala po yung San Roque Dam dahil nga po, based doon sa nomogram namin, halos yung mas mababa na siya doon sa operating level ang magiging outcome ng San Roque Dam by April. So, yun lang po. And kung wala talaga mga pagulan within the watershed ng Angat Dam, by mid-May, posible po itong umabot ng 180 meters or below. Ibig sabihin, mas mababa na sa operating level po yung Angat Dam. Mawawala po yung supply ng irrigation. Although, by May yata is nakapag-ani na lahat ng mga magsasaka natin dito sa part ng Pampanga and Bulacan. So, yun lang po at maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Richard, for that dam updates. So, yun po. Medyo good and bad news po, no? So, yun po. Dapat din po, on our own, magtipid ng tubig para po hindi po natin masyado maramdaman yung crisis. Anyway, after po ng ating dam update, so let's go po sa ating climate review for the month of January, isang buong January po up to February 23, 2020. So, I will give you the one of the best climatologists po ng PAGASA, of course. Kumare ko po, naging kumare, no? Miss Cherry Jane Cada to give you the climate review. Palakpakan po natin.
Good morning po ulit. So, ano nga po bang i-review natin for January hanggang February 23? So, wala naman tayong naging mga extreme climate events this period. So, maiksi lang po. So, ano po bang... Yan. So, yung topics po natin is recent ENSO condition, weather system that affected our country, climate assessment of rainfall and temperature, pero wala po tayong naging tropical cyclone this period, and then yung summary. So, for our recent ENSO conditions, so ito po yung ating mga ENSO indicators. So, yung monthly SOI, yung Southern Oscillation Index, and then coupled po siya ng ating atmospheric indicator po yung SOI, and then coupled po siya ng ating oceanic indicator na sea surface temperature. So makikita po natin dito sa Southern Oscillation Index, sa graph, yung red line po is -7. So yung sustained -7 po na value sa SOI, it indicates po El Nino. And then kapag naman po yung blue bar na sustained +7 is indicating La Nina. So in between po is neutral. So makikita po natin as of January 2020, yung SOI value po natin is neutral po. Nasa about 3 or 4 po. And then sa oceanic indicator naman po, sa ating SSTA, Sea Surface Temperature Anomaly, makikita natin from October 2019 hanggang January 2020, explain ko lang po ulit, yung red bar pala is 0.5. It indicates naman po El Nino, and then yung blue bar, -0.5, it indicates naman po La Nina. So, in between din po is neutral. So, makikita po natin from October to January 2020, above 0.5 po siya. Parang may slight warming. Pero, neutral pa rin po since coupled po siya ng SOI. Yung SOI po is neutral. So, neutral po tayo, inactive. So our MCO po, Monthly Climate Assessment and Outlook issued February 4, it says po na sea surface temperature remain at El Nino Southern Oscillation neutral and will likely to continue until the second half of 2020. Mamaya po sa Outlook may update po ito. And then, so pag-asa ENSO alert system status po natin is inactive. So ito po yung inisyo natin last February 4 sa ating MCAW, and then yung content po nitong ating inisyo ay naka-simplified form naman po at nakapost po ito sa ating website. And for the weather system that affected our country from January hanggang February 23, so meron po tayong northeast monsoon, low pressure areas, tail end of cold front, ITCC, localized thunderstorms, easterlies. So wala po tayong tropical cyclone na pumasok po from January hanggang February 23. So ang ating pong forecast ng January ng TC is 0 or 1, so 0 po tayo. So wala rin na po tayong nakikita ngayong week na to para sa ating tropical cyclone, so 0 pa rin po. Understanding our rainfall map. So ito po yung map of our percent of normal. So, alam ko po na karamihan po sa atin ay familiar na with these colors on our map. So, sa mga hindi pa po familiar, explain ko lang po na yung red po sa ating map is way below normal, which is less than or equal to 40%. Yung yellow naman po is below normal, 41 to 80%. And then yung green po is near normal, 81 to 120%. And then the blue is above normal, greater than 120%. So ito po yung pagkuha namin kung paano namin na-compute yung percent of normal. So the actual monthly rainfall for the month of January 2020, so makikita po natin sa ating climatological normal rainfall 1981 to 2010 average. For the month of January, makikita po natin na marami po tayong natatanggap na pag-ulan dito sa eastern sections of our country. And then sa actual po, makikita rin natin ng January 2020, marami naman po natanggap na pag-ulan dito sa eastern sections of our country, pero hindi naman kasing dami dun sa normal. So in our percent of normal, makikita po natin na yung mga areas na nakareceive po ng near to above normal rainfall ay dito po sa most parts of Luzon, western and eastern parts of Visayas, and then dito po sa southern Mindanao, sa Soc-Sarjan and Davao. So yung mga areas naman po ng may way below to below normal rainfall is dito po sa Central Luzon, and then dito sa Central Visayas and most parts of Mindanao. So ito po yung ating count ng ating mga provinces na naka-receive po ng way below, below, near normal, and above normal rainfall. Out of 83 provinces, ito po ay based from interpolated values. So yung out of 83, 16 provinces receive way below normal rainfall, so 19% po. 23 provinces below normal rainfall, so 28%. 27 provinces receive near normal rainfall, 33%, and 17 provinces receive above normal rainfall, 20%. So ito rin po, biniprovide natin yung matrix per province ng ating actual rainfall per millimeter and percent of normal. So for the month of February 1 to 23 po at present, so makikita natin yung normal rainfall po for February. Same lang din po dito sa January na marami tayong nare-receive na pag-ulan dito sa eastern sections of our country. And then yung ating actual na February, makikita rin natin na same din po yung ating mga na-receive dito sa eastern part of the country. But for our percent of normal, makikita po natin na near to above normal rainfall po ay yung mga na-receive sa areas ng Southern Luzon. Southern Luzon, including po Central Luzon, some parts in Central Luzon, and including Metro Manila. So, kasama din po ang Western Visayas, Central Visayas. So, yung mga way below to below normal rainfall naman po, most parts ng Northern Luzon, and then kasama rin po sa way below normal yung Eastern Visayas and Bicol area, and then most parts po ng Mindanao. So ito rin po yung kanyang actual rainfall per province in millimeter and percent of normal for February 1 to 23. And for our temperature assessment ng January 2020, so makikita natin dito sa minimum maximum temperature and mean, mas dominant po yung mga kulay pula. Yung mga kulay pula, pink and red color is slightly above average surface air temperature. So, mas marami rin po yung red na above average. So, ang ating for January 2020, generally, near to above average surface air temperature were experienced in most parts of our country. And then for the observed temperature extremes, for the month of January, as of January 31, yung extremes for the month of January, yung highest temperature po is 36.8. Cotabato City ng January 31. So, nasurpass niya po yung kanyang January extreme na 36.1 noong January 18, 1992. So, yung lowest temperature naman po na na-record is dalawa po, 10.2 sa Baguio City noong January 31 and then sa 8.5 BSU La Trinidad noong January 3 and 30. So, hindi po nila na-surpass yung kanilang extreme for the month. And for Metro Manila, highest is 33, Science Garden, on January 27. And then yung lowest naman po is 18.5 sa Science Garden, January 31. So, hindi rin po nila nasurpass yung kanilang mga extreme records for January. And then yung historical record naman po, all stations monitored all months, yung highest pa rin is 42.2 sa Tugigaraw. And then yung lowest is 6.3 in Baguio. So for Metro Manila, highest is 38.6, Port Area Manila, noong May 17, 1915. And then yung lowest temperature is 14.5, Port Area pa rin po, no January 11, 1914. And then for January 1 to 31, so ito po, nasabi ko na kanina, yung highest and lowest, yun lang din po Cotabato, Baguio, and BSU. And then for Metro Manila, Science Garden po, 33 degree, January 27 yung highest, and then yung lowest is 18.5 ng January 31. So ito po na ngayong January, naranasan po natin yung malamig nung January 31 dito sa Quezon City, which is 18.5. So makikita naman natin ngayong February 1 to 31 ang ating temperature assessment. So mas nakikita natin yung marami namang blue ngayon, so mas malamig po. So, ngayon pong February 1 to 30, generally, near to slightly below average surface air temperature ang naranasan po natin. So, for the month of February 2020, as of February 24, yung ating observed temperature extreme, ang highest is 37.3 sa Cotabato City. So, lagi niyang nasusurpass ng Cotabato yung kanyang extreme for the month, which is 36.5 noong February 12, 1992. So yung lowest, dalawa pa rin, 9.4 sa Baguio City, February 21, and then yung lowest pa rin po is 6.3 BSU La Trinidad, no, February 4. So hindi rin nila na-surpass ng Baguio City yung kanyang extreme. For Metro Manila, highest is 33.1 na Iya Pasay City noong February 22, and then lowest is 18.5 Science Garden, February 1 and 4. So, yung kanyang extreme records, hindi rin po na-surpass. And then, for the historical record, highest pa rin is 42.2 Tugigaraw, and then lowest pa rin po is 6.3 in Baguio. And then, for Metro Manila, same pa rin po, nung diniscuss ko noong January, 38.6 sa Port Area Manila, and then 14.5 naman po yung lowest sa Port Area pa rin. And then, for January to February 24, 2020, makikita po natin na yung highest temperature is 37.3 pa rin po sa Cotabato City. And then, yung lowest is 9.4 Baguio City, 6.3 BSU La Trinidad. And for Metro Manila, so 33.1 na Iya Pasay City noong February 22, yung kanyang highest. And then, yung lowest naman po is 18.5 Science Garden, February 1 and 4. So ito lang po yung ating pakikita ko lang, yung from January 2019 and January 2020 comparison lang. So itong ating lowest temperature for January and February in Baguio City. So makikita natin yung January daily variations niya. So yung pattern hindi naman masyadong magkaiba. Pero sa January 2019 na yung pinakamababa po na record is 9.8 ng January 27. So nakaranas tayo ng surge of cold temperature nitong January 27 last year. And then ngayong January 2020, naranasan naman natin yung surge ng cold temperature ng January 31, which is, yan, no, 29 pala, meron pang 9 last year. Pero ngayong January 2020, 10.2. So, mas malamig yung last January 2019. So, for February naman po, makikita pa rin natin yung daily variation niya is halos the same lang din. Pero yung February 2019, ang pinaka-lowest niya is 11 degrees centigrade nung February 24. And then for February 2020, yung lowest niya is 9.4 nung February 20. So, compared sa last year ng February, mas malamig po ngayon. And then for Science Garden Quezon City rin, yung comparison ng January and February, so makikita natin noong January 2019 sa Science Garden ay nakapag-record po ng 19 degree ng January 16. So, nung January 2020 naman po is 18.5. Mas malamig naman po ngayong January yung naranasan natin nung last January 31 as compared last January dito sa Science Garden. And then yung February Science Garden pa rin po, February 2019, makikita natin na 19 degree naman po yung kanilang na-record nung February 6 and 14, 2019. Compared to February 2020, makikita naman na po natin nung February 3 ay nakapag-record po ng 18.5. So, mas malamig po yung February natin ngayon. So, for our summary, yung ENSO alert system status po natin is inactive. So, wala po tayong bagyo. And then, January rainfall, near to above normal rainfall condition were experienced over most parts of Luzon, including most of Western and Eastern Visayas region, Davao region, and Soc-Sargen. And then, the rest of Luzon, Central Visayas, and most areas of Mindanao received way below to below normal rainfall. And then for our temperature, January, near to above average surface air temperatures were felt over most parts of the country. So for Feb 1 to 23, so inactive pa rin po ang ating ENSO system status. So wala pa rin pong bagyo. And then most parts of Northern Luzon, Eastern Visayas, Bicol region, and Mindanao experienced way below to below normal rainfall. Near to above normal rainfall condition were observed over Central and Southern Luzon and Western and Central Visayas. Near to slightly below average surface air temperatures were observed in most parts of the country. So, maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Che. So, yun po pala kaya maraming pumupuntang Baguio, no? Lalo na ng long weekends. Kasi mas malamig, no? Mas malamig sa Baguio. Anyway, so yun po. Salamat po at na-refresh po tayo sa ating review for the past 2 months. So, ngayon naman po, okay po. So, sige G, kaya natin to. So, yun po, no? Bibigay naman po natin ngayon ang ating pong outlook for the next 6 months. So, mula po ng ngayong March, April, May, June, July, August. Tama? So, 6 months siya. And malalaman po natin, meron po ba tayong inaasahang maraming pag-ulan para po mapuno ang level po ng ating mga dams? Or meron po ba tayong mga inaasahang malalakas pang bagyo? So, without further ado, ibigay na po natin ang one of the best, wag nang pinaka-sexy po, na climatologist. From CLIMS, of course, palakpakan po natin Miss Rusi Abastillas. Sexy.
Good morning po sa lahat. So, for the outlook naman for the next 6 months, from March to August. So, ito po yung aming forecast. And so, the content would be the ENSO update and the outlook for the coming months, and then the climate outlook in terms of rainfall and temperature, as well as tropical cyclones, and then summary. So from the global ENSO advisories, ano na ba yung mga sinasabi ng mga iba't ibang international prediction centers? So first, from the Tokyo Climate Center, updated as of Feb 10, they said that ENSO neutral conditions still persist in January, and it is likely and expected to continue until boreal summer, or meaning boreal is northern hemisphere summer, that is pag summer sa northern hemisphere, that is June, July, and August. About 60% probability. And next is from the Climate Prediction Center of the US, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, and with International Research Institute. as of 13 February naman na update, ENSO neutral is favored until the Northern Hemisphere spring. So ang spring is March, April, and May of this year. About 60% chance continuing through summer, then June, July, August also about 50% chance. So medyo bumaba yung kanyang chance 50-50. And still, the ENSO alert system nila is not active. And from the Bureau of Met Australia, this is updated every 2 weeks or fortnight. So as of Feb 18, both the ENSO and the Indian Ocean Dipole are neutral. Kasi ang Indian Ocean Dipole, ito po yung may effect din malaki sa Australian climate. Kasi yung last na nagkaroon ng mga bushfires na matindi sa Australia, yun ang napaka-strongly positive kasi nung kanilang Indian Ocean Dipole or IOD. And most climate models indicate ENSO will remain neutral until at least the end of the Southern Hemisphere autumn or yung Northern Hemisphere spring natin ang autumn sa Australia. So March, April, and May then. And still their ENSO outlook is inactive. And from the APEC Climate Center in Busan, Korea, as of Feb 20, so the latest APCC ENSO outlook suggests the probability for ENSO neutral condition about 60% is dominant during the March to May, and the probability for the conditions likely to continue and be still dominant about 53% until the June, July, August of this year. Ang sa WMO, the World Meteorological Organization, kasi quarterly yung kanilang forecast, so still they said that ENSO is neutral until July and until the first half of 2020. So ito po yung latest pa rin ng WMO. And so pag-asa as of February pala yan. Hindi ko na palitan ng date. ENSO neutral conditions persist across the tropical Pacific Ocean, and majority of climate models predict ENSO neutral condition until the June, July, August 2020 season. And the ENSO alert system status of na ini-issue ng PAGASA is still inactive. Palitan na lang siya. And yung latest naman na sea surface temperature anomaly sa Pacific, specifically for the Nino 3.4 region, because this is the region where we get the ONI values or index. So sa ngayon, 0.6. So nasa borderline weak El Nino level pa rin siya, pero still ang condition niya still neutral because the atmosphere doesn't respond with what is happening in the Pacific. I mean. And this is the atmospheric indicator wherein pag yung red yung shade, meaning suppressed yung convection or the cloudiness in the Pacific. So pag blue, meaning enhanced yung convection or cloudiness. So makikita natin na yung may red circles, including the Philippines, we have a positive OLR anomaly or cloudiness that is suppressed convection and precipitation. So evidence siya sa Indonesia, including the Philippines and the Papua New Guinea. And for negative, enhanced convection and precipitation were observed around the dateline. So talagang nitong February, wala tayong masyadong pag-uulan na nararanasan because of this condition. And yung latest na SOI value still nasa neutral condition within at negative 2.1 and 1.5 siya as of 16 February, negative 1.5, and the 30-day value was negative 3.2 within the neutral levels. So sinabi na rin ni Cherry kung ano ba yung ENSO, El Niño and La Niña na mga values kanina. And this is the model prediction ENSO outlook na kinukuhanan din natin ng forecast. So this is the forecast sea surface temperature anomaly na mga iba't ibang models as of Feb 2020. So ang average ng mga dynamical models, yung sa taas na mga points, we can see that from the dynamical models, may forecast sila na above El Nino threshold from February, March, April hanggang May, June, July, hanggang June, July, August, about 0.49. And pababa siya until October, November, December season. Sa statistical models naman, neutral values lang at saka may negative siya during the September, October, November season. But the average of all the models, still neutral conditions ang ating makikita below the threshold of 0.5 or negative 0.5. So, many of the models in the set of dynamical and statistical model prediction show warm neutral. So first, hanggang June, July, August, warm neutral to nearly borderline El Nino SST or sea surface temperature conditions for the late winter. So yun. And cooling to neutral by spring and continuing neutral or even cool neutral into summer. So cool neutral, papunta siya po sa parang La Nina conditions. And a few models show weak. Yung mga models dyan na yung from green, below the negative 0.5, nakikita natin na 4 na models na nagpapakita na parang may La Nina towards La Nina conditions. Until early, well, a few models indicate La Nina development by summer, or that is June, July, August, or later. And the model average STA shows ENSO neutral until OND, or October, November, December 2020, until the end of the year. So for the probabilistic outlook, ENSO outlook, makikita natin from the official, that is early February na forecast, we could see that the January, February, March season, we could see that the probability for El Nino, the red bar, shows higher probability than the neutral condition. So hanggang March, we could expect the SSTA to become positive. But from February, March, April hanggang June, July, August season, we can see that the probability for neutral, which is the gray bars, more than 50% probability and pababa towards the end of the year. Pero tumataas din po yung ating probability for the blue bar, yung La Nina, compared mo dun sa El Nino. And this is the model outlook, which also shows that the probability for the more than 50% until July, August, September, about 52% probability lang ng neutral. And this, the mid-February forecast is purely model output. It does not use any human interpretation or judgment. Whereas yung first na forecast uses human judgment and in addition to the model output. So our status still inactive, and so neutral conditions persist across the tropical Pacific Ocean, and majority of the climate models predict ENSO neutral condition until the June, July, August, or JJA 2020 season, and still inactive. So for the forecast for our March to August rainfall, for the weather systems muna, so we expect northeast monsoons to still prevail until mga early March, pahina na po siya. And yung tail end of cold front, ito yung mga weather systems that may affect the country. Mga severe thunderstorms which could affect the country, especially during the March. Pag masyado na mainit, ito yung mga severe thunderstorms, ang ating mga prevailing na mga weather systems. Ridge of high pressure areas, then the easterlies. Pag yung may transition period from the northeast, papunta na tayo sa southwest, ito yung easterlies ang mararanasan. Then the intertropical convergence zone, ang axis niya papunta na din sa north of the country. And then the low pressure areas, tropical cyclones, ay bakit? And then the transition to southwest, from northeast to southwest, from May to June, ito po yung ating before the onset of our rainy season. And pag June, July, August, yun na yung kasagsagan ng ating southwest monsoon. So nasabi na rin ito ni Ms. Cherry kanina kung ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng ating mga rainfall maps. So this is our forecast rainfall for the month of March. So makikita natin na ang normal rainfall during March, medyo mas mababa na siya. Yung kulay niya, gray to light blue, meaning mga less than 50 millimeters lang yung ating rainfall. Pero meron pa rin tayo mga pag-uulan na medyo mas marami-rami, 100 to 200 dito sa eastern section pa rin ng Visayas and Mindanao. So yung forecast natin is halos parehas lang din siya, yung rainfall. But in terms of percent of normal, dito sa western sections of Luzon and some sa parts of Visayas and Mindanao, meron tayong below normal. But yung rainfall natin kasi dyan, kahit na below siya, minimal lang din siya during this period. And then for April, our rainfall for normal, sa left natin na map, shows that we have rainfall sa Mindanao and some parts of medyo light na siya na 50 to 100 millimeters. And our forecast is medyo mas mababa. So in terms of percent of normal, most parts of the country are expected to receive below normal to mga way below normal. So 72 provinces are expected to receive below normal rainfall during April. And for May, this is our normal rainfall. Medyo marami-rami na yung ulan natin during May, especially dun sa Luzon and some parts of Mindanao, Mindanao and mga central Luzon. And our forecast is mas marami doon sa ating normal na rainfall. So our forecast in percent of normal sa Luzon and Mindanao halos near normal, but in southern Luzon and Visayas, we expect above normal rainfall for May. About 48 provinces ang near normal, and above normal is about 35 provinces. And for June, so ito na yung ating na-start na ng ating habagat. So ang ating ulan, the maximum rainfall is nag-shift na siya sa western sections of the country. So ang ating forecast rainfall is also marami na ring ulan sa June. And in percent of normal, halos near normal expected in most parts of the country. About 81 provinces is expected to receive near normal rainfall. And for July also, mas maraming ulan dito sa Western Luzon area, and our forecast is also the same. So near normal ang expected natin sa July. About 82 provinces near normal rainfall. And for August, although maraming ulan ang in-expect natin during this time, pero mas medyo mababa yung ulan natin na forecast, especially dito sa Western Luzon. So ang ating forecast in percent of normal is below normal sa Western Luzon up to Metro Manila area, but the rest of the country is expected na magiging near normal to some areas lang na above normal. And in terms of probabilistic forecast, this is kung gaano ba tayo ka-sure or confident dun sa ating forecast. In terms of probability, so sa March and April, sa March we expect mas maraming probability dito na near normal. And then sa April, below normal, and then below to near. Ang May natin, we expect above normal, and also there is a higher probability ng above normal rainfall during this period. And for June and July, ito kasi na yung mahirap i-forecast. So, medyo mababa na yung ating probability. Parang almost equal lang siya. Climatology lang yung ginagamit dito. So, June, July, medyo mababaan maano yung ating kulay. Ibig sabihin yan, napaka-uncertain ng ating forecast. And then comes August, we have the higher probability for below normal, yung mga red dots dyan sa Luzon. But in Visayas and Mindanao, we have probability for near to above normal for August. And this is the frequency probabilistic forecast for March to August. In terms of ilang models, out of the 22 models, ilan ba nagsasabi ng probability for below, near, and above? So per station to na forecast. And this is the forecast rainfall in percent of normal per province, showing that the most, yung kung ano yung mapa natin kanina, ito po yung kanyang per province na matrix. Tingnan na lang po natin. And this is in terms of millimeter in range, minimum to maximum and the mean sa gitna in kulay blue. Per province din. In terms of the watershed rainfall na ginamit kanina ni Sir Richard for the forecast, ito po yung aming ranges for Angat, Lake Buhi in Bicol, Lake Lanao in Mindanao, Magat Watershed Malinaw in Bohol, Pantabangan and San Roque Dam, showing that March and April we expect na ang mga dams natin is below normal, rainfall is expected, but during May, June, and July, we expect near normal rainfall in most of the dams. At sa August, medyo mababa yung sa Angat, but about 76.2%. But in terms of millimeter, meron expected naman, in terms of the mean, about 290.6 millimeters. And the rest of the dams also, mas marami din ulan ay na-expect natin. And this is for the rain stations over selected dam areas in Luzon. So ito po, sa mga rain stations natin or yung mismong point sa ating mga observation stations. And this one is for the selected river basins in the catchment over Luzon and in Mindanao, showing that from March, April, we could see that in Luzon, below normal halos ang mga catchment natin, but during May, we expect near to above normal. And then for Mindanao, ang kanilang April lang ang medyo mas mababa, but near normal sila in terms from March until May. And then for June to August, we could see that for Luzon, we could see near normal from June to July, but August medyo mas mababa, below normal. But in Mindanao, we expect halos green near normal rainfall conditions. And for the seasonal forecast, this is the March, April, May season, we expect itong siya, average ng 3 months, or seasonal forecast talaga siya. So March, April, May, ito po yung average, yung sa left, na mapa, about 100 to 200 millimeters expected natin in most areas of the country. Tapos yung forecast natin, halos mas maraming ulan pag sa western side. So this is in percent of normal. We can see that above normal rainfall is expected over the western sections of the country. Pero sa eastern sections and Mindanao, near normal is expected. And also for the June, July, August season, the forecast rainfall sa normal, sa average is about mas marami sa western section, pero ating forecast is medyo mas mababa sa western section of Luzon. So below normal is expected in the western section of Luzon, but for the rest of Luzon and some parts of Visayas, near normal and sa western section of Mindanao, but other areas are expected to receive above normal rainfall. And this is the probabilistic forecast also for the June, July, MAM and JJA season. So expected natin more near normal rainfall conditions. And this is the forecast dry day for March to August, showing the normal rainfall on sa table sa left. Sa gitna is the forecast number of dry days and the anomaly. So pag nakikita natin na positive from orange to red shade, ibig sabihin mas nadagdagan yung ating number of dry days. Pag yung negative or kulay blue shades, ibig sabihin nabawasan yung ating dry days or mas nadagdagan yung mga araw na may ulan. Ang dry day natin is defined as a day with less than 1 millimeter of rainfall, 0 to less than 1. So, ito po yung mga areas natin sa May and June na maraming nabawasan yung ating dry day. Ibig sabihin, mas nadagdagan yung ating mga days na may ulan. But for March, maraming mga areas na halos 10 days ang nadagdag sa ating dry day. So, tulad ng Benguet, from 18 ang normal for March, naging 28 days ang dry. So, ibig sabihin, nadagdagan siya ng 10 days. So, yan. And August, marami din tayong red. Ibig sabihin, nadagdagan yung ating dry days. But, pag August, for example, sa Benguet is 8. So, naging 20. So, yun, 12 days ang nadagdag. Tag-ulan na rin dapat yan ng Benguet. And this is for the Visayas and Mindanao areas. So, maraming dry days. For the forecast ranges of temperature in extremes, we expect March hanggang June na mas mainit na panahon. So, ito na yung umpisa ng ating mga mainit na mga araw. So, ang ating ranges of temperature starting March, we expect yung pinaka-highest is about 37.8 in Luzon, and in Mindanao, about 37.5, and sa Visayas is about 36. Pero pagdating na ng May, ito yung pinakamainit, about more than 40 degrees Celsius, ang pwede nating maranasan sa Luzon. Sa sa Mindanao, about 38.3 degrees Celsius, and in Metro Manila, about 37.5 degrees Celsius. So based dito sa ating forecast, ang May ang pinakamainit na buwan na umaabot ng 40 degrees Celsius. This is a day, hindi siya buong buwan na mararanasan. Pwedeng mangyari sa isang araw, instantaneous value siya. Tapos yung ating namang mga panahon na malamig, medyo paakyat na rin yung ating temperature for the minimum. So magre-range na yung ating bagyo, halimbawa sa Mountainous Luzon, from 9.7 to 13.8 degrees Celsius hanggang paakyat na rin siya hanggang 15 degrees Celsius. And also in Metro Manila, medyo mabawasan na rin yung ating mga malalamig na mga panahon. And for the mean temperature forecast, we can see, pag yung kulay blue, ibig sabihin, shades of blue, ibig sabihin, mas medyo malamig siya kaysa normal. Pag yung shades of red, ibig sabihin, mas mainit siya kaysa normal. So, ang March natin, makikita natin na mas maraming puti hanggang blue, ibig sabihin, mas slightly cooler, near average to slightly cooler yung March natin compared doon sa normal, pero ang March natin medyo mainit na yan. Natin, anomaly siya based doon sa normal condition, normal temperature. And then sa April din, halos maraming near to below average, pero dito sa Metro Manila and sa Western Luzon area, meron ding mga above average. And then comes May, marami na mga dots ng halos kulay, mga darker na pula, ibig sabihin mas mainit, near average to slightly warmer until June. Pagdating ng July, halos near average and may mga slightly cooler. And then pagdating ng August, may mga near average to slightly warmer naman tayo ng mga ano. Ang mga dots niyan is mga station data natin, station forecast. And for the tropical cyclone frequency forecast, so ang ating March hanggang April, we expect 0 or 1 tropical cyclone. And then from May, June, 1 or 2, and July 2 to 4, and then August 2 or 3. And yung ating mga tracks papunta na ito, pagpapunta na ng habagat season, ang ating mga tracks ng ating mga bagyo kung meron, ay papunta na rin sa Luzon, up to extreme northern Luzon during this period from May, June, July, and August. So for summary, ENSO neutral conditions persist across the tropical Pacific Ocean and will likely continue until the June, July, August 2020 season. So still our ENSO alert system is inactive. And for the rainfall forecast for the whole country, sinabi ko na, hindi ko na siya isa-isahin. Yan, pwede nang tingnan na lang dyan. Based dun sa map. And for the temperature forecast also, for March, April, and July, generally near to slightly below average temperature predicted in most areas of Luzon and Visayas, while near to slightly above average in Mindanao, while in May, June, and August, near to above average temperatures in most parts of the country are expected. And for the tropical cyclone forecast, 6 to 10 tropical cyclones may enter or develop inside the Philippine area of responsibility during the forecast period. And our next forum, tentative pa lang to 25 or baka sa WM Day. Okay, so maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Ruth. So there you have it, our 6-month climate outlook for March to August 2020. And now we have a special lecture. This is regarding po yung ating ENSO Alert Advisory. So let's call in the Chief of Climatology and Climate Monitoring and Prediction Section. Malapit na. CLIMS, Miss Annalisa Solis. Wala si Ma'am.
Claims pala. Maraming salamat po, Bel. Nung last year po, nung nagkaroon po tayo ng El Nino, good morning po sa ating lahat. Nung nagkaroon po tayo ng El Nino, ay nag-convene po yung National Task Force on El Nino. And for that, nagkaroon po ng memorandum na pinadala, ano yun? Sandali. Na ginawa ang Malacanang para po mag-reconvene at ma-reactivate po yung National Task Force on El Nino. So meaning po, even without El Nino na nanatili ngayon, ay kailangan po ay magkaroon tayo ng preparedness and response plan. So ito po yung iti-take up natin. Although ang National Secretariat for El Nino is yung NEDA, so wala po yatang taga-NEDA dito. So kinuha po natin yung mga ibang slides natin. So, bakit po ba nagkaroon ng PAGASA ENSO Alert and Warning System? So, bago po siya. So, as prescribed in the Memorandum Order Number 38, Series of 2019 from Malacanang on reactivation and reconstitution of the El Nino Task Force. So, it was issued August 13, 2019. So, PAGASA ENSO Alert and Warning System is hereby to be adopted to provide guidance in the preparation of sectoral contingency plans which will serve as basis for the actions before, during, and after El Nino. So, meaning po, nung marami na po tayong mga lessons learned during the previous El Nino event, ang national po, headed by NEDA, na parang lagi pong nahuhuli yung ating mga ayuda dun sa mga kapag may natatamaan or naapektuhan po ng El Nino dahil meron na pong mga early impacts even without yung El Nino advisory coming from PAGASA. So kaya yun po, nakapag-arrive kami dito. And also yung series of attendance namin, lessons learned, and yung mga after-action review natin together with UN agencies. So dun po nag-arise itong pagkakaroon ng PAGASA ENSO Alert and Warning System na bago siya. It aims to increase understanding among concerned national and local government agencies, private sector, so yung lahat po na apektuhan, and to heighten awareness in the user community when El Nino or La Nina event exists or might develop, so preparedness measures should be initiated. Ano po yung nakikita natin kanina dun sa forecast ni Ms. Rusi? Probability na baka merong magkaroon ng La Nina condition towards end of the year. Kasi naandun siya sa more than climatology nung La Nina natin. So hopefully not, pero yun po yung kailangan nating i-monitor. Although ENSO neutral warm condition tayo, hindi siya magpe-persist and there are possibilities of having La Nina at least end of the year. Pero napakataas pa nung uncertainty. Pero at least nakikita na natin dun sa mga models natin. So baka magamit itong La Nina contingency plan instead of El Nino contingency plan. Kaya ako nabanggit. And the objective nitong PAGASA ENSO Alert and Warning is to serve as guidance in the formulation and implementation of El Nino and La Nina contingency plan. Ito po yung general framework for preparedness and response action for El Nino. This is headed by NEDA and series of consultations and meeting ng National Task Force on El Nino. So, ito yung long-term goal and then yung medium-term goal. So, ito po ay galing sa lahat ng task force and hinati-hati po siya sa different sector outcomes to come up with this El Nino Preparedness and Response Plan for water security, food security, income security, energy, health, public safety, and then ecosystem and environmental protection. So bakit po may green dyan? Ito po yung yung huling edition, huling update na revision. Kasi dumaan po to sa series of revision. So napadagdag na bago. Ito pong short to medium term sector outcome for water security and the ecosystem and environment. So ano pong ibig sabihin? Itong El Nino Task Force po is being chaired by NEDA. Vice Chairperson po yung OCD, and then support group in terms of provision of warnings and advisories ang PAGASA, IEC, and then eto po yung mga secretary, cabinet secretary na mag-head po sa different committee. And each committee, nagkakaroon pa din po ng cluster meeting para mag-come up po ng El Nino Contingency Plan. So hindi lang po yung National Task Force na nagko-conduct ng series of meetings, kundi per cluster po, per committee. And this is ito yung general framework for preparedness and response and action plan for different sector outcome, kung ano yung mga dapat nilang gawin or general strategies before, during, and after El Nino. So ano po ba yung tinatawag nating pag-asa, alert and warning ENSO alert and warning system? So kailan po babalikan po natin talaga yung mga definition of terms para hindi po tayo nagkakalito-lito na kailan ba yung may El Nino, ano ba yung El Nino condition, ano ba yung tinatawag na El Nino event or El Nino episode. Kasi dun po yung nagkakaroon ng mga confusion po tayo. Kaya hindi natin alam kung kailan o saan tayo maghahanda given yung mga warnings and advisories coming from pag-asa or from our ENSO alert system. So, alam na po natin yung sea surface temperature anomaly. So, defined as departure from the average sea surface temperature. SST pa lang po. Nino 3.4 region, so ito yung pinagbabasihan natin, yung Central and Eastern Equatorial Pacific. And then yung Oceanic Nino Index, defined as 3-month running mean average SST anomaly. So, ibig sabihin, 3 buwan na SST anomaly in the Nino 3.4 region based on a set of improved homogeneous historical SST analysis. Paano po hino-homogenize siya? Based on different reference climatology. So, nagbabago or nag-update po tayo ng baseline climatology given an ENSO alert system or in terms of Oceanic Nino Index. So, pag sinabi po natin ENSO neutral, so yung tinatawag na ONI or 3-month SST anomaly ay between minus 0.5 to 0.5 degrees centigrade yung anomaly niya. Pag sinabi natin El Nino, positive ONI greater than or equal to 0.5. El Nino na po siya. Ngayon, kailan natin i-apply yung salitang El Nino given dun sa warning ng pag-asa? Kasi kanina nakita po natin, yung Nino 3.4 region is 0.6. Pero bakit gano'n? Mataas na yung SST anomaly of more than 5 degrees centigrade. Pero wala naman po tayong tinatawag na El Nino. So, yun yung i-apply natin itong definition when it comes to warning and alert system ni pag-asa. El Nino condition, so 1 month positive SSTA of 0.5, so ibig sabihin po, or greater is observed in the Nino 3.4 and an expectation. So ibig sabihin, may kinukuha kang probability or forecast, may magpe-persist siya. So yung nakita natin kanina, 0.6 also, although ENSO warm neutral condition siya, hindi naman natin siya nakikitang magpe-persist. Kaya hindi siya tinatawag na El Nino or magiging El Nino condition. 3-month ONI threshold is greater or greater will be met. So, ibig sabihin po, 3 overlapping 3 months. So, example, January, February, March, April, and so on. Kailan po natin siyang tatawagin na El Nino episode or El Nino event? A minimum of 5 consecutive 3 overlapping 3 months with ONI values of 0.5 or greater is observed. So, ibig sabihin po, kapag naka 5 overlapping 3 months ka na, matatawag na siyang isang El Nino episode. Kailan po natin siyang matatawag na El Nino event? Kapag ang El Nino episode ay nagtagal or nakaris ng more than 5 consecutive overlapping 3 months at ito ay nagtapos na or more than, yun po yung tinatawag na El Nino event. Kapag natapos na yung isang event, although at least maka 5 overlapping 3 months siya, that's an El Nino event. So, okay na po yun. El Nino event, El Nino condition, El Nino episode, and El Nino. So, iba-iba po siya. Pero, yun po yung pinagbabasihan ng ENSO alert system natin. So, La Nina, ganun din po. Yung paglamig naman, instead na pag-init. So, eto po yung mga types of alert dito po sa bagong ENSO alert and warning system. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung ginagamit pa rin natin is El Nino Watch, El Nino Advisory, and then final El Nino Advisory, and then ENSO Neutral. Dito po, sa bagong alert system natin, meron na siyang tinatawag na El Nino Watch. Bago mag-El Nino Advisory, meron na po tayong magiging El Nino Alert. So, ito po ay effective October 2019 na sakali magkaroon po ng El Nino or La Nina, ito na po yung magiging alert system natin na i-apply. And yung sa contingency plan or preparedness and response plan ng National Task Force on El Nino, ito na po yung dapat na pagbabasihan, even yung mga LGUs po natin, yung mga SOPs natin na tinatawag. El Nino Watch issued when conditions are favorable for the development of El Nino within the next 6 months and probability is 55% or more. 55% po. Slightly higher po dun sa 50% ng CPC NOAA. Kasi meron pong mga time na 50% na siya pero hindi po natutuloy yung El Nino. Kaya nagkaroon po tayo ng slight deviation dun sa probability coming from CPC ENSO. NOAA. El Nino Alert, an upgrade from El Nino Watch, issued when ONI of 0.5 or greater is forecasted to persist in the next 2 months or more, and El Nino is likely or probable by 70% or more. So yun po yung kinukuha natin, or to satisfy 5 ONI. Pag sinabi po nating El Nino Advisory, an upgrade from El Nino Alert, so whenever El Nino is currently ongoing, so nakita po natin pag nag-i-issue ang pag-asa ng El Nino Advisory, ongoing na po yung El Nino. Although may mga reported impacts na po yan dahil nag-i-issue po ang pag-asa ng dry spell and drought assessment kahit wala pa pong outlook even without El Nino. Kaya currently ongoing and 3-month ONI is expected to persist during the forecast period. So, ibig sabihin po, at least 6 months kasi 6 months po yung pinoprovide nating forecast. And then, final El Nino, whenever ONI value is between neutral condition na siya. Or ended. So, sa La Nina, ganun din po. So, yung paglamig naman yung nakikita natin. Ngayon, ito po yung ginawa nating El Nino warning system and recommended actions and response. Since ito po ay magiging serve as input ng pag-asa sa preparedness and response plan sa National El Nino Contingency Planning, so ito po yung mga sitwasyon. Whenever may observe SST anomaly, so, forecast from CPC and other international prediction center, yung source po niya. So, ang warning type, so, syempre po, wala pa siya. Pero nag-i-issue po ang pag-asa ng monthly climate assessment and outlook. So, you need to be aware or complete monitor. So, yeah, titignan lang po rin natin. Kapag meron na po tayong 1 month na 0.5 or greater is observed, neutral, so issued when conditions are favorable for the development of El Nino within the next 6 months. So meron pong condition within the next 6 months, ibig sabihin po, may kaakibat yan na forecast. Hindi lang po based dun sa actual observed value ng SST anomaly. And probability is 55% or more, yung pinakita natin kanina. So nag-i-issue po tayo ng watch. Ang recommended action or response plan nyo po dapat, it should be aware or be prepared. Ngayon makikita natin different sector outcomes. Kailangan i-identify ng bawat sector kung ano yung be aware sa kanila, ano yung be prepared sa kanila, ano ba yung dapat na early action nila, at ano yung mga take action nila. Doon po lalagay yung mga preparedness and response plan ng bawat sector. Kumbaga, tatapatan po nila ang bawat alert system ni Pag-asa, ano yung magiging recommended action and response ng bawat sector para tapat nila kung ano ba yung tinatawag nilang be aware. Yung be aware, kailangan closely monitor, lagi ako makikinig sa outlook ng Pag-asa or laging attend ng climate forum. So be aware, be prepared. So may possibility of 55. So mag-i-issue ang Pag-asa ng press statement. Ano po yung gagawin ng bawat sector given Pag-asa's press statement of having El Nino Watch. Pag naman po El Nino Alert, so yun yung observed SST, consecutive months of 0.5 or greater is observed, or 3 consecutive ONI is already observed. And then may probability of 70% to satisfy 5 ONI. Kasi makita po natin sa alert, 3 ONI pa lang po ang observed. Pero may forecast na at least 2 months ay magkakaroon ng probability of having El Nino of 70% para masatisfy yung tinatawag na 5 ONI. So, pino-forecast pa lang natin na masasatisfy yung 5 ONI at pwedeng magkaroon ng El Nino. Pero pag nagbigay po ang Pag-asa ng El Nino Watch or El Nino Alert, it does not guarantee na matutuloy yung El Nino at mag-i-issue ang Pag-asa ng El Nino Advisory. Hindi po palaging ganon. Pwede hanggang alert lang po. Tapos na. So, i-deactivate yung El Nino. Kasi meron pong mga areas or mga time na kahit hanggang watch or alert, hindi po natutuloy yung El Nino. But then, meron na po siyang early impact. Kaya meron po na dapat siya na early action. Kasi meron na pong early impact, wala pang El Nino advisory sa pag-asa, ano po yung magiging early action ng bawat sector. And nagpapalabas ang pag-asa ng press statement, dry spell and drought assessment to monitor early impacts. Pwede na rin po kaming magbigay dito ng dry spell and drought outlook sa alert. Pwede na rin po, siguro. Ayun, okay, magbibigay na kami. So, kapag El Nino Advisory, nagbigay na po ng El Nino Advisory number 1, ibig sabihin po, na-satisfy na yung 5 consecutive ONI, and then mag-i-issue na po tayo ng El Nino Advisory. And then, kapag tapos na po siya, mag-issue na tayo ng final advisory, ano po yung assess and take action whenever necessary, given yung press statement na nag-issue na ang pag-asa ng final advisory. So, ito po yung recommended action response. Ito po yung tatapatan ng bawat sector para po makakome up sila ng preparedness and response action that might lead to contingency plan. So, pag contingency plan kasi yung pag nandiyan na po yung El Nino. Tama po ba? Parang yun yun. Pag contingency plan, andyan na yung El Nino. Pero pag wala pa yung El Nino, yun yung preparedness and response plan. Yun po. Parang yun, ganon. So, kapag La Nina, ganon din naman po, tatapatan yun. So, ito yung pinalabas po ng Pag-asa dated October 24, 2019 on the adoption of the Pag-asa ENSO Alert and Warning System na kung saan ito po yung isinabit natin sa National Task Force on El Nino para mag-come up po ng response and preparedness plan and contingency plan for El Nino sa different sector na na-identify para tapatan yung different strategies pong yun. So, yun po yung dapat gagawin ng bawat sector at next meeting po ng Task Force El Nino, in fact, nagkaroon na po ng submission dun sa cluster ng water sector dahil po dito sa Angat Dam. So, gumagawa po ng mga ganong action. Ginagamit na po itong mga response plan. So, yun lang po. So, yun po siya. Tama. Ayun. So, question po. So, eto yung mga... Ay, tama. So, yun lang po. Maraming salamat.
Okay, thank you, Miss Ana. So, pag may mga katanungan po kayo, eto na po, ibibigay natin ng floor sa ating moderator, si Miss Jeran Marie Duran for the open forum.
Hello po, magandang umaga po. Hi. Good morning.